What will happen to the speed of light after a beam of light exits the medium in which it was propagating? We encounter another interesting case where some stereotypes, some imposed models become, let's say, the basis of an alleged physical process. The logic is built on a very simple, shall we say, mechanism of light interaction with the medium. A certain structure of the body is presented, and light is represented as a set of balls. We have this crystal lattice, and a stream of particles hits it. This stream of particles passes through the crystal lattice, and this is generally how it is always represented. I want to say that it is not those who perceive it this way that are to blame. For some reason, in most cases, even the physics textbooks that are approved by everyone possible depict it exactly like this. We imagine that this swarm of bees arrives at this crystal lattice, flies through it, and starts to cling to everything, getting stuck and unable to pass, as they interfere with each other. Well, in general, the subway in the morning, as they say, but despite all this analogy is incorrect. If we have a flow of energy and particles that passes through something, then this flow will lose its energy and speed. And this would indeed be the case if everything were not significantly more complex. We need to understand very clearly how light passes through an object. In fact, the light that enters the object and the light that you see coming out of this object are, let's say, two different lights. The energy that comes with the light interacts with the particles. In fact, it is already correct to talk about particles here, again recalling the crystal lattice, which interacts with the atoms present in this structure. In the case of a crystal lattice, it is not necessary for it to exist, but the meaning is the same everywhere. When receiving energy that has hit the object in the form of a beam of light, the atoms that are part of the structure of this material begin to transition to an excited state. They absorb the energy that has struck them. When they absorb it, the electrons that are, so to speak, on the outer layer and are not particularly tightly bound to the nucleus, and the whole situation with electrons is quite complicated, which is a separate topic, begin to move. And when they transition to a higher energy level, they take in the energy that came along with the light, and when they transition to a lower energy level, they release this energy. This excess energy is precisely the photon that propagates within the structure of the object we are studying. So we have this light, re-emitted inside, already in the glass, travels through this object, passing from one boundary to its other boundary. And at that limit, the excess energy that we have left begins to be re-emitted back into the medium. And why is there constantly confusion here? The fact is that if these were really particles traveling inside the object, you would be thinking completely correctly. But light is re-emitted,